On today's show, we're installing a new intake system from Pusher. Raptor Bidliners is showing us some cool uses on a Jeep. Our friends from Silverwax are giving us the lowdown on detailing, plus another OPGI tip and much more on this edition of Performance TV.
And welcome to this week's edition of Performance TV. You know, many folks don't realize that engines are just big air pumps. And with the factory air components being as constrictive as they are, well, we're taking care of that today. About halfway through my install here of a Pusher intake system. Now, this is a 3.5 mega intake, and check out the difference in the airflow with the factory. Big time difference. That's ultimately going to help us increase efficiency, longevity, and provide us more power. So while I go ahead and finish this up, let's check in with Tommy for more.
Well, Kathy, I've got Jacob Allenbaum, the owner of Pusher Intakes, and I mean, this stuff is really good looking. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we started this back in about 2008 when I was studying to be an engineer. I had a diesel truck that I loved, but I knew it had a lot of potential left in it, especially in the airflow side of things. So we started building stuff like this for my truck. Once the local guys started to see it, you know, we realized there was a demand, so we really expanded the product line since then and got all the colors you see here and a lot of new manufacturing techniques too.
Right, not only do you have it for the Dodge that Kathy's working on, but you have all big three, Chevy, Ford, and a lot of different designs, and I love the colors. You got a lot of color choices.
Yeah, we have about 8 colors in stock and all the part numbers at all times, so it really gives customers that extra bit of customizability that, you know, you don't maybe see other places.
Now, it's all about getting airflow in the vehicle because that's top on the chart. You're not going to make any more power if you can't get the air in the vehicle. Why is Pusher better?
We combine pretty much all of the modern manufacturing techniques from mandrel bending, TIG welding, CNC machining, anodizing, powder coating. We bring it all in. If we think the product design needs it to make it better, we're going to use it.
Right, bigger size tubes. Yeah, you got 3.5-inch tube.
Yep, as you saw, Kathy was putting on a 3.5-inch intake system. That really maximizes the flow. It matches the inlet of the head on the Dodge trucks really nice. And then on some of the stuff like the Duramax parts, it really streamlines the flow into some of the components.
Yeah, show me the difference between this. This is really impressive. The inlet is so much bigger than the factory. Plus, I mean, that thing deadheads when it gets in there. Yeah,
this is the factory bridge out of the Duramax powered trucks. You can see our air comes in through here and it runs directly into a wall here. This is our replacement. It upsizes to 3-inch tubing, and then we have a legitimate Y shape here. This kit versus the factory components is good for about 93 to over 200% more flow, depending on what year truck you're putting it on.
So it's going to feed a lot more air to it.
It's a game changer. It's a really nice setup.
We've got a 2015 Chevy. We're going to put a Pusher intake system on. What do we need to do to remove the old system?
It's pretty straightforward. We're going to start with our cold air intake system. Just get that out of our way so we can work a little easier. And then we're going to move to the plastic intercooler tube with that cam lock design. That design is really nice for putting the tube on and off, but doesn't hold boost that well. So we're going to get that out of the way, and then we're going to remove the cast aluminum manifold and start putting our parts on.
All right, now we're going to put our Pusher system on. This isn't a simple install. What's the steps?
Basically, we're going to put on the lower portion of our intercooler tube in place. As soon as that's kind of set in place on the intercooler, we'll set in the upper portion, get everything lined up, tighten down, and reinstall our cold air intake.
Yeah, we're not going to tighten everything up till it's all lined up. We can make final adjustments, then we'll tighten all the clamps.
Yep, and plug our sensors back in, and we're good to go.
Now, Jacob, this is a huge improvement over the factory piece.
Yeah, the factory piece has this cam lock design, which is a pretty cool design. It works pretty good for assembly, but it's not very good at holding the elevated boost levels. So on our parts, we go to the more conventional silicone coupler and clamp style, which has proven to hold well over 70 pounds of boost.
And you've paid attention to every detail, making it easier to install, better performing, plus it looks really good. Let's check in on Kathy and see how she's coming.
Yeah, Tommy, just finishing up last of our bolts here on our Pusher 3.5-inch mega intake. You know, a lot of folks don't realize that the fuel injectors from the factory are capable of twice as much fuel than they're tuned for. Now that we have the air to go along with it, we'll be able to make a whole lot more power. So check out what power they have for you, whether it's for your Power Stroke, your Duramax, or your Cummins. Just hop on their website. We'll have more for you just minutes away here on Performance TV.